Hi there, welcome to Rig's Garage. Today, I'm cutting a little section out of my other videos to show you how to install a one-wire alternator into a classic Ford. The one-wire alternator is going to replace the classic voltage regulator you have on your inner fender well or firewall or wherever that sits on your Ford, and the internal regulator takes care of all that, and you just run basically a wire and a ground wire. So I'll show you that process real quick. Also the process of clocking the alternator if the alternator post is hitting the block or the head. So I'll show you that in this video. If this is helpful to you, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Let's get to it. Thank you. So these Mustangs have an old voltage regulator right here on the remove that. So this voltage regulator and the wiring here will be replaced by one single wire from the alternator right to the battery or right to the positive side hot post on the starter solenoid. The old alternator is now out. I'm using the Tuff Stuff 7068 one wire alternator. It's a nice looking unit. Powder coated gray, anodized gold cooling wheel, and as you can see, just one wire. So what I'm going to do is run a wire from this positive up to the positive on my battery or the positive constant hot side of the starter solenoid. So I'll drop this in and then we'll see what's going on. The one wire alternator also has a grounding tab. To properly ground this alternator, attach a 10 gauge wire from this tab to the engine block frame or negative battery post. Okay, so the alternator does fit correctly in my original brackets. However, if you look back in here, the positive, no matter how I adjust it, the positive's like a 1/4 inch away from my engine block here. So we can't have that. So I'm going to look into clocking the alternator and getting that stud on the other side of the alternator. Here's an easier way to see what was happening. This positive stud was sitting on the head of the engine. Here's how it was oriented in the car, top here. What I'm going to do is take this front wheel off, undo these 4 bolts, and I'm going to clock the back of this alternator. This whole thing will move, and I'm going to put this stud over on this side somewhere so it'll fully clear the head and the alternator will be in the right spot. I'll also move this ground down underneath so I can put a ground cable in that you'll never see. Now to hold the fan in place, I'm simply using a large Allen wrench. It's not touching any internals, don't worry. And that'll hold the wheel still, and I'm going to put a 15/16 on my impact here and get it loose. Oh yeah, good. Now there's a lock washer in here. This is different. And this is a keyed. Actually, this is not keyed. So what we're doing by taking the wheel off is we're giving this room to pull it up like a 1/4 inch. I'll post a link in the description below from Tuff Stuff on how to clock this alternator, but I figured I'd show you what I'm doing here. Now I'll just undo these 4 and do it quick here. Alright, 3/16 going around the edges here. I'm going to lift this top just about a 1/4 inch, just enough to turn it like this. Alright, now this is the top, and this is on the passenger side now. Should be clocked. For my main power wire, I am using this 8-gauge wire. Got these ends that are crimped on, and then I have heat shrink. And I'll cover it.
You can do the same for your ground wire as well.
Now it's connected to the back of the alternator, and I'll just trim this wire. Got my positive post here. So many red wires.